9 out of the 10 of us admit to having a MySpace or Facebook account, yet 6 out of the 10 of us admit to accepting friends that we really don't know. The danger of that is that predators are on the internet. The internet is a danger zone for us if we don't know the precautions to take, and it is a predator's biggest fantasy. Who in here would not accept her as a friend, and who would not accept him as a friend? They look inviting, and they look like they would be any normal teenager. Yet, what you see isn't always what you get. Predators pose to be teenagers to make themselves look more appealing and more interesting to us. They usually pose as the same age as you say you are, and say they make up things to make you want them more, pretty much. Predators are looking for people who are unsupervised, states Kornblum. Here is an actual movie. It's called Strangeland, but it's based on a true story. She, I think, was 16, and she was talking to this guy who was named Captain Howdy on the computer. He stated to be 17 and a football player from like a rivaling school. And they talked for over 2 weeks, and he invited her to a party, and she felt welcome because they'd been talking and sharing personal information. When she got to his house, it was like an abandoned house, and she still felt, because she was a teenager, she thought it was fun. So she went in, and it turned out to be the biggest nightmare of her life. She actually was abducted for 2 weeks and brutally raped and molested. In the picture, you can see that he tortured her by sewing her mouth shut and all her open. He pretty much tortured her, what I'm saying. And he stuck like 9-inch gauges into her skin and hung her from the ceiling. And the only way her parents were able to find out where she was, because she lied to them and said she was at a friend's house, was because they checked her computer and found that she was talking to Captain Howdy. He's actually in jail now, but I think he was actually released in the last 5 years from good behavior. This is the pedophile sexual abuse cycle. First they do is they monitor you, which is they pretty much stalk you, and then they lure you by posing as somebody who you would feel comfortable with, and then they groom you by telling you that you're beautiful and that you're pretty much comfortable with them enough, and then they either sexually abuse you or just torture you, and then they discard you, which is they either let you go or worst case is death. Not always do they approach you by asking you to meet you. They either lurk and stalk you on your page, and then when you're alone and vulnerable is when they get you. They figure out by checking your profile. Monitoring what you put online, like everyone said, I asked what they put online, and you all said you put your age, location, school, and where you work. Although we all want our friends to see what our personal information is, if they're already our friends, they already know this, so posting it is kind of useless. If you want your friends to see it, they already know where you work, so it's pretty much like inviting a pedophile into your life. Just think, how hard would it be for a pedophile to contact you? Whether it's posting too much on the internet or conversating to make new friends, we need to be aware that pedophiles are out there. Last night, when I came home from my boyfriend's cabin, I was actually on the computer doing my PowerPoint, and I got this message from, her name was Victoria. This is like real, nobody's gonna believe me, but she started talking to me, and she said she knew me and we were Facebook friends, but when I Googled her on my Facebook, we weren't friends, so I accepted her just to see if I knew her or anything, because I didn't want to be mean. And my mom was sitting there, and she said, "Isn't this exactly what you're doing your speech on tomorrow?" And I looked, and I was like, yeah. And then the girl started talking like vulgar to me about like how hot I was and how she wanted to meet me and stuff. And she was supposed to be 17, so I instantly deleted her and like clicked off everything. And that's just how it happens. you think that even if it's a girl, like a girl talking to a girl, you feel comfortable because you think it's just another friend, but not everyone is as friendly as we think. So today after class, go home, set your page to private, and delete all that personal information. Don't let your page be a pedophile's playground. Thank you.